It's that time of the week again when we start the ball rolling for a whole new week. It's the 27th of March, and let's have a look at what we've got in this weekend. Now, keep in mind, if you watched last week's vlog, that I did post out on Saturday this week. So normally those orders would be held over until the Monday, but there were a couple of things that I wanted to get out into the post and had a bit of time, so I did those at the weekend. And I think there were about 7 of them, so not an enormous amount, but still worth a mention. Now, this week we've got 10 orders on Bricklink, and there was an order that I mentioned last week that was quite a high value order. So we've got it down there, £485 plus postage, which adds up to over £500. Now that was 3,500 items in just 12 lots, and I'll show you that a little later. There's some interesting things in there that bump the value up, which you know, caught me by surprise, I must admit. Now, nothing super high lot count, so those shouldn't take too long to pick. On Brick Owl, we've only got 3 orders on Brick Owl, which is a little surprising because Brick Owl is normally quite busy on a weekend, and I just, you know, I'm starting to wonder, you know, how much of this is the normal slowdown now as we hit the end of March and moving into April. Things are really maybe starting to slow a little, which is typical in my experience of how things go. Now on eBay, just one sale for a minifigure, which I'm still waiting on payment for, so nothing really to show there at the moment. So I'm going to go and get picking, and I'll come back and show you exactly what we've got. So today's orders are all picked and ready to pack up and get to the post office. So let's have a quick look at what we've got here. Various parts orders going out. We've got a Marvel Studios minifigure going out there. We've got some minifigure parts here, and then if we move over to this side of the room, more minifigures going out, and then more orders, mixtures of parts and minifigs. We've got 150 of these white slopes going out, and again, you know, more mixed orders. This one is 2 cats from the friend sets that I recently parted out. But this is the interesting one that I wanted to show you something about. Now, this order is a total of £485, and that's what they're getting for £485. So it's just, you know, Lego just blows my mind sometimes in terms of its value and what people will pay for it. So as an example, the biggest thing is this bag of tiles. Now you can see the size of this. There's 580 tiles in here, and these are 60p each, which came to a total of, I reckon, just zoom in on this, £348. I'm just going to say it again, £348 for that bag of tiles. Just absolutely incredible. And then we've got some 1x1s, grey tiles, which were nearly £50 as well. So, you know, it all adds up, of course, but that, you know, that bag of these eyes in particular just blew me away, to be honest with you. And they only come in one set, which was one of the Chinese New Year sets from a few years ago. So I think that's what makes them so rare. And I've got a feeling I was the cheapest globally on those, and probably with the highest quantity as well, which you know, made for a very good order. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Matthew, who is a long time subscriber and follower of the channel. And I was out at the weekend. I was actually in Lakeside. My wife and I had gone to IKEA and then to the Lakeside shopping centre, and Matthew spotted me at the end of the day and came over and said hi, and we had a really good chat, and it was really good to meet up with him. Now, while I was at IKEA, I picked up a few things for the store, and you've heard me talk about wanting to have something at the back of this wall so that as I start to sort used Lego, I can put it into various tubs. And I found these in IKEA, which were pretty much what I was looking for, and I really like that they were white and sort of blended in with the desk and everything. So aesthetically, I felt that they looked good. I'll get some labels put onto them, and I ended up buying 12 of them because I think, if memory serves me right, I have sort of 12 categories that I'm going to break things out into, and I'll go through those when we start sorting. And so this is a kind of trial run of how they're going to be set up. So I've got my bags and laptop in the middle here, and I've got 6 of the organisers either side of that. And the other thing that I bought while I was there was this this tray, which is actually collapsed at the moment, but it's a kind of it's meant to be like a bedside tray. So it has fold out legs on it, which what I like about it is, and the main reason for buying it is because when I get to doing a lot of sorting, my desk surfaces are fairly low, which would mean if I'm at the desk height, I'll be bent over quite a lot, and I think over longer periods that could be a bit of a problem. So I can't really do this with one hand, but what this will do is it will raise up. You can see that's a good, I'm trying to think what, it's much more than a hand span there. So probably, I don't know, 8-10 inches. It's going to raise the level of my work surface effectively. And while the tray is not huge, I think it's big enough to be sorting initially. And I like that it's got this deep lip around it so that anything I put in here is not going to roll away and fall off the sides. So I'm going to give it a go anyway and see how that works out for me. And we'll be getting to sorting some used Lego before very long at all. So over the weekend, I called back at the container. I didn't take any footage of it, to be honest, because I thought it was just a bit boring, me just emptying more drawers into bags, etc. But this is what we've brought back. So here, for instance, we've got, and these are new, these are door and window frames, etc. Bought a few sets back to get parted out potentially, and these, as you can see, are well battered, so they're not for resale. So we've got a Harry Potter set there, and also they're all one-offs. We've got a Speed Champion set, another Speed Champion set, little Star Wars set there, and a little Easter Bunny as well. And then we've got various plates, more 2x6 plates there to get listed, already sorted, which is nice. Lots of inverted slopes, lots of dimension discs there. They all look like Bane discs actually, so not so sure that they're going to be so useful, but we'll see. Modified plates, more 2x plates, and just tons more stuff in here as well. 1x modified plates here, and lots of brackets and one thing and another. So lots to sort through there and get added to the store. But also, and this is a bit of a monumental occasion, we have brought back the first of the bulk tubs. And this is really just to get a feel for the process, start parting some out, and try out the new tubs that we've got at the back here. Here's a different view of the tray that I mentioned previously, where it was all folded up. This is how it'll look when I'm working, and it's great because it's really at sort of I want to say it's just above sort of belly button height, if that makes sense to people. And here's what we've got for the first tub, and this was just picked at random, so nothing special, just happened to be the one closest to me, and gives you an idea of the kind of stuff that's in here. Now we've got everything from sort of boat hulls to nets. Those tend to sell well, actually, straight off the bat. Those are good sellers. We've got some animals in here. We've got a horse there. I think I saw a crocodile earlier there. We've got a crocodile as well. So looks like lots of things immediately in here that will be worthwhile. Now, probably not going to get to this in the next day or two, but later in the week I will sort through. Now, interestingly as well, we've talked about these tubs in the past and the fact that, you know, have they got minifigures in? Now, in theory, they've all been rifled through and minifigures taken out. But just look at this. And honestly, this is nothing I've seen before. I literally grabbed this just on chance. Just happened to be the first one I picked. And there's lots of torsos in here straight away. Now, there's one from SpongeBob SquarePants. Not sure you know, whether any of that's cracked or whatever, but you know, there's going to be lots in here to check through. Lots of minifig parts I can see straight away. You know, lots of really good parts. I mean, there's a shield that's probably what, £1.50. You know, lots and lots of good stuff I'm seeing straight away. So I'm actually really encouraged by what I'm seeing. You know, cannons there that reasonable price. These, you know, sell really well. This kind of plant stuff, you know, that's probably a couple of quid's worth, and some trees here as well. So really pleased. And honestly, I didn't pick this one out as a good example, a good batch. I literally picked this at random. So I'm learning what's in here, just as you are when I'm flipping the lid. So going to be exciting having a look through that, to be honest. I'm quite eager to get at it now that I've opened the tub. But I'm going to put it aside for a couple of days, clear this lot, get this lot listed, and then that'll give me chance as well, hopefully, to start labeling up these tubs at the back. Now, the other thing I'm probably going to need to do is get these labeled, because I really need to start using these now. As you can see, this used wall is full now, bar you know, the odd drawer that's sticking out that you can see. It's completely full, so I'm gonna have to start putting this used stuff that we're sorting now into these containers here. And yeah, that's gonna be a little bit of a pain to do, but a necessary evil. I just want to give a quick shout out to Rita from Bricks by the River, who's just bought my profitability tracker, which is how I record all of my orders and expenses these days. And they sent me a really nice message, actually, giving me some more details about the background. And they say, hi Keith, thanks once again for sharing your knowledge. I find amazing the community of Bricklink and Brickhouse sellers and how people share their knowledge with each other. As I mentioned in today's meeting, that's referring to a virtual meeting that we had on one of the Facebook groups. I began to watch Lego YouTube videos during one of the worst times of my life, 3 months in bed after surgery to a severe injury in my back. First it was with Jang's Bricks and Brickstar channels because of Lego sets and parts, and of course Bricklink as a buyer. Sometime after I became interested in Bricklink as a seller, and that idea grew up for 2 years until I made the store open a reality. I feel like Lego saved my life. I love almost every task of a Bricklink store because I am an introvert and love colours. Otherwise, I believe this would be a silly and painful job for most people. And then they go on to ask about my paid one-on-one calls. But I just wanted to share that with people because I think it's a really interesting and remarkable story how you know, someone's injury you know, can lead them down a new positive path of you know, finding a new passion, a new hobby, and making that into some form of income. And I know that Rita's running her store on a part-time basis at the moment, but I think she's getting very close to running that full-time. So I'll be reaching out to Rita and organising a call with her in due course, and just wanted to thank her. We've spent the rest of Monday building up a new BSX file, and I'm going to get these uploaded in a moment. 4,219 items in 74 lots, mostly sort of 2x plates and various modified bricks, and a few other bits and pieces in there. One real anomaly in there was the dimensions discs that I think I mentioned earlier. A whole load of Bain dimension discs. Obviously, Brick Pickers had a huge stack of Bain dimension sets at one time and parted them out. And they are all coming in at a value of about £330. And I'm going to get them uploaded now, and hopefully that will get me back over the 700,000 mark, because if I look at my store now, it has dropped back down below the 700,000 mark and below the 13k. So I knew this was going to be the case. You know, last week I wanted to get over the line, and I knew it would be impacted over the weekend. And now it's all about, you know, the endless task of trying to maintain where you are and build on it. So I'm going to get uploaded, and we'll check back and see where we are after the upload. So after the upload, we've added another 49 lots. And that's meant that we've brought the total back over 700,000. So we're up to 701,027, but we're still short on the lot count by 60 lots. So I'll be trying hard over the next few days to get that creeping back in the right direction, and try and keep building over the 700 so that I'm not going to drop below, or at least that's the hope, but we'll see. Tuesday morning, and orders are picked and ready to ship off. And not too busy a morning, to be honest. We've got one good size order in. Let's have a quick look. First one is a non-Lego item. We've got a Rock Band 2 Xbox 360 game going off. And then mostly parts orders. As you can see, this one is going off to Australia, I think. Australia or New Zealand, can't remember. Waiting for a customer to come back on this. I've got a bit of a problem with that one. And then we've got two more eBay orders, each for a Friends minifigure, which came out of the Friends sets that I parted out last week. So they're proving popular. And then here's the bigger order, and this is actually a new user on Bricklink, and they've sent me this nice order, lots and lots of dark tan. In fact, they've wiped me out of quite a few lots of basic things, even like, you know, plates and what have you. Now, that came to about £70, which was a nice order, so we're going to get that one. packed off, and hopefully he's happy with that. Next job for me, I want to get set up and try and start sorting some of that used bulk. I think I just want to do an hour of it, just to sort of have a go, see what's in there, see what I can uncover. And I might do that on a bit of a sort of not a live stream, but maybe record it as I go and speed it up in case anything nice is found in there. So I'll get this lot packed up and then we'll look at doing that. Okay, I've got my bulk tub in front of me and I'm ready to do some sorting. It might be a little bit noisy because I've got the microphone quite close to the tub, so excuse any noise from me sorting around in the tub. And let's see what we can find in here. So first thing I'm going to be doing is removing any big items that I come across. We've got some plates, and I've got a number of tubs around me that you can't see. I just can't fit everything in shot, but I'm going to be putting things into the white containers that are running along the back here, and I've also got some kind of ice cream type tubs at the side of me as well. So I'm gonna start sort of building up categories as I go, and I can see a few animals on the top here. I've got a good idea of what categories I want, and unfortunately I don't really think that I've got enough of these white tubs for every category that I want. So of course any junk that I find in here along the way will be just thrown in the bin. Another crocodile. So quite a few animals on the top here, and we've got a few boats and things, so they're going to go into a bulk tub. Some plant stuff, we'll create a new section for plants. I don't anticipate there being too many of those. Plates, 2x plates and 1x plates will be separated. We've got some containers here, quite a few containers actually, and they're probably, I'm not sure whether they'll end up on their own or whether they'll end up mixed in with maybe things like windows or something. More containers, and I almost wonder whether this has been sort of semi-sorted to some degree, because there's a lot of similar things on the top. There's two coffins there, I'll put them with the containers. More containers on the top. Just seems odd that there's so many containers right away on the top. But I'm going to pull those out in all sorts of colours, old brown, reddish brown. So they're going to pull out very easily. Something's bagged there for some reason. Don't know why. They're slopes. So we'll be creating another tub for slopes. More containers, purple container there. We've got barrels there, which I'd put in the same category personally. Again, lots and lots of containers, more plant stuff. And then there are some things like this in here, like little bills. Now this is easily recognizable to me as a dimensions set, and I do have a separate box of dimensions things for rebuilding dimensions sets if I see them. So I'm going to put the dimensions stuff separate. So some things that I think I can kind of easily list, for instance, I'm going to keep to one side. Like here's an example. These nets are, I'm not going to end up with a category full of nets, and those will list easily, quickly, and tend to sell really well. There's another one right on the top. So again, a little bit odd that they're all kind of together. We've got some electrical things, some lights here, so we could test them. Now I do actually have a battery box on my desk here as it happens, but whether or not this will work. Yeah, so tested, they're working, no problem. So we will get them put aside as well. And we've got things like vehicles here. I'll put them with the boats. There's another dimension set, which will go to one side. More containers. So I'm really not getting to basic bricks much at all here. There's a lot of dimensions type stuff in here actually. So I'm probably going to end up creating a little separate category for dimensions things. And more again, and it's as part of a little K9 with the K9 tile still in place on there. Now, what I'm not sure of in my own mind is whether to mix these rocks up with the containers. Now, that's what just feels kind of natural to me. So I'm probably going to go that route at least for now. And we'll see where we end up. And then I want to start pulling out all these minifigure bits, which are just on the top here. There's lots and lots of minifigs. We've got, you know, some collectible stuff there and there. So, you know, those are going to have good value. Star Wars stuff there. So anything that is minifig related, including Friends stuff, is going to get pulled out and put into its own category, which is going to be just right by my side there. Now we've got some plates there, 2x bricks. I've got a section for over there, more containers, and we've got a 2x plate down there, 2x bricks, 2x plates. So let's try and pull more of those minifigs with this stuff. So I'm gonna leave that there for now, because I'm conscious that, you know, the time this will all take. I can't just, you know, have you here for an hour easily while I sort through this. So I'm going to go away and sort through some more, and maybe show you at the end what kind of categories and what kind of bulk I've managed to pull out of here. So after a couple of hours of sorting, we have got probably well, more than 3/4 of the tub into the first round of categories. Let's just take a quick look. We've got tiles in there, and I can see right on the top there's a printed one which needs to come out. Technic, slopes, 2x, 1x plates, minifigures. This is the tub of parts that I got out of there. Now, most of them seem to be missing arms or hands or something, but I don't see that as a huge problem, depending on, you know, what the quality is like on them. And they didn't look too bad as I pulled them out, so we'll have a look at them a little later. We've got 2x plates, we've got some animals, and funnily enough, you know, as soon as I started the tub, I was pulling out loads of animals on the top, or seemed like I was, and that was pretty much it. There was nothing further down, nothing that I've come across. Similarly, we've got plants there, and similarly with the containers, for some reason, all of those seem to be pretty close to the top. And I don't know about you, but if I look at the other tubs, the tub of containers seems to be significantly higher than some of the other categories that I would expect to have much more. So for instance, there's 2x plates, and there's the containers, and the containers are filling more of the tubs than the 2x plates are. There are a few other sort of categories. So we've got some accessories, we've got these kind of wings and blades, we've got some wheel arches and sort of vehicle bonnets. We've got some snot bricks there, lots of plates. There's the tub of dimension stuff. So all of that is dimensions related. So I wouldn't normally have a category for that. We've got a tub here of various sort of string and ropes, etc. A bulky tub, and then one I didn't have any room for, which was the windows, etc. So it's clear that I need more tubs, more categories as a sort, but it's a bit of a work in progress, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. This may have to suffice. Just so that you're aware, the idea is that once these are full, they'll be transferred into bigger tubs. This won't be it. When this is full, I won't sort it and list it, at least depending on what the category is. But for instance, 2x bricks, 1x bricks, etc., that won't be the case. But they'll probably go into drawers down here and fill drawers. That's the intention, but I've still got to organise all of that yet. So anyway, that's a day's sorting, or half a day's sorting, just, you know, to kind of start the ball rolling, I guess, and you know, get back into the swing of sorting some used and all of its trials and tribulations. Couple of big pieces there, some boat hulls to get listed, and I'll try and get those listed quickly. Same with things like this, you want to try and list these quickly, get your money back, and the rest will just wait till we bulk up. Wednesday the 29th of March, and I spent about half an hour just pulling out the minifigure drawer last night. So these were the minifigure parts that I picked out of the tub yesterday, and just thought I'd pick some out and have a look through them. Some that just caught my eye and thought, you know, might have some value in them. And I found a couple of little gems. The orange one here is from Scooby-Doo, from Velma. And if we have a look on Bricklink, the last one of these, second-hand, sold for £35, which is really, really nice. Now, as part of Velma, has these legs. Now, interestingly, there are 2 pairs of legs for Velma, but so far I've only found one torso. It would be really nice to find another one. And these legs are worth approximately £22–23 a piece. However, the problem is, and I don't know if we're going to pick this up well or not, you can't really see here. This one is not too bad. This other one has some sort of indentation, teeth marks, whatever, in the legs. So neither of them are great. However, given the value of them, I'm just wondering, you know, how much they're going to be worth. They must still be worth something, you know, maybe half of the value shown there. Now, next up is this torso from the Castle range. The last one of those sold for £8, and there's one currently listed at 13. Now, if you look at that minifigure that goes with this, then the minifigure is worth about 15. I thought, actually, let me just check. I thought that oh no, it does only come with one minifigure. I don't know why. I thought it came with several more expensive minifigs, but that doesn't seem to be the case. But still a good value torso. And then the other is this one. It needs some arms on it, but they're just plain white arms. And this is a pirate vest, and this is currently selling for £30. Now, there's none of those sold in a while. Now, that £30 might be way overly optimistic, but it's clearly got some decent value in there. And this actually comes in 2 minifigures. The first one looks to be worth about £30, and the second similarly, the last one sold for 32. There's one for sale for 40. And I'm pretty sure that I've got that head and other accessories that go with the torso. So that, you know, they're really good finds. There were some other things in here. We got Fred's torso from Scooby-Doo. It's only worth £1 or £2, I think. And there's some other things in here, Forest Man and things like that, that are worthwhile. But that's just an indication straight away of the value that you find in the used bulk, because that was just a random tub that I pulled out, and already, you know, instantly finding really good value in there. Now let's have a look at orders for today, and we have got 5 orders on Bricklink, one there for 146 lots, and another for 41, so 222 lots in total to pick there. And then on Brickal we've got a couple of orders, only 11 lots on there, and we've got a couple of orders to pick on eBay as well. So lots to do today. I've got a real mess going on, so we need to probably clear up a little bit first. I've got these parts which are new, which need to be listed. You can see that they've all been sorted into colour and counted for me, so I just need to add them to a Brickstore file and get them put away to give me some space along here to pick today's orders. And then I've got a little part out here for I can't remember, there's 5 or 6 of these Star Wars battle packs. One of the eBay orders is for a figure out of this as well. And then I'm gonna, once I've picked the orders, so it's probably gonna be later this morning, then I'm gonna try and finish this tub as well, and then I can tidy up a little bit. So lots to do today, and better get cracking. Well, it turned out a little busier than I expected first thing this morning. I think we've got 13 orders. Let's just take a quick fly over them. Lots of yellow parts going out there. We've got a SpongeBob SquarePants figure with Squidward going out. This was the biggest order of the day. This is about 150 lots, which took a little while to pick, though most things were fairly low counts per lot. Another reasonable parts order, and then we've got all sorts of bits and bobs going out. We've got a Clone Trooper Specialist going out on eBay. We've got a set that I need to break down, which is the Green Army Men, which sold on eBay. Lots of reddish brown going out, some Technic stuff, and then more orders over here. Nothing significant to comment on those. So still got so much going on. Gotta probably get this little part out, put away next. That's after I get this lot packed up and off to the post office. Thursday morning, and we've got 11 orders, all picked and packed and ready to ship. So let's take a quick look. Some parts and a Ladybird figure going out there. A few minifigures of all kinds of stuff, superheroes, Minecraft, Star Wars, etc. Nice order for lots of axles, etc. And lots of 1x1 tiles and quarter tiles, hence all of the bags. Didn't really want to mix those up. And some various used parts going out. And then we've got an order of 153 of these 2x8 bricks going out as well. So that's today's orders. Not too bad for a Thursday. And one of the guys actually commented that they'd sent an order specifically because it was midweek and they know how slow it can be. So really appreciate them sending that along to me. Now, yesterday I did manage to get the parts away for the parted out 501st Star Wars battle packs, and I didn't really get time to finish the used tub. Just kind of run out of time, so I'm going to focus on finishing this off, and then I can kind of get tidied up a little bit, and then I'll fall back on the remainder of the used parts that we brought back from the container, which there isn't that much of. And then maybe tomorrow we'll get back to the container and bring some more parts back, and maybe bring another used tub back to sort through as well, and see what we can find there. Just back from lunch, and picked up another order here for 200 1x4 bricks, and a couple of other bits and pieces as well, which is very nice. Still got a mess going on here, but slightly, although it doesn't look it, slightly more organized mess, in that we've emptied the tub now completely. Every part has been put away or allocated to a different tub, and this is what we ended up with in terms of volumes for plates, 1x bricks, 2x bricks. Surprisingly, I think the minifig pot is you know, quite well stacked, given, you know, in the ratio against other things. I mean, if I look at the 2x plates, there's only twice as many 2x plates as there is minifigure parts. Some of the other tubs here, probably should swap these round and put these into smaller tubs, the animals and the plants, and put something a little bulkier into those tubs, I think, possibly in the future. The containers, as I said, have really sort of shocked me in how many of those there were. And then we got wheels, and that's left us with a number of bags on the table for plates and printed things, large things like motorbikes, etc., and one or two other bits and pieces. And as I've said, I need to get organised and start freeing up drawers around here to start moving these things into to fill up drawers instead of having them laid around in bags. So still a work in progress there. Next up is to start adding more stuff to the store. We've dipped below the 700 mark again, briefly, due to orders today, etc. So I want to try and get some more things added and get back over that 700 mark, hopefully. Spent a little bit of time this afternoon adding some more parts to the store, and this is the VSX file that I've prepared. So lots of brackets going in, various types, and some Technic bricks there with axles in, and we've got also at the bottom here some doors, and then at the very bottom we've got a few used parts that I just sorted out of the bulk that I've just been doing. Haven't had a chance to sit and list all of the items that I pulled out, but I've listed these cannons at 146 each, and then these cannon bases are really you know, worth a few pounds, £4.50 there. I've chanced that at, and a globe for £3, and then I've listed both of the legs for Velma, and I've reduced them at around 50% of the value, and then one a little bit lower than 50%, putting in full details of damage as well. And that's given us a total of 1,884 parts to add back into the store in 74 lots for a value of about £163. So gonna go and get these uploaded now, and then I'm gonna call it a day for Thursday, and we'll see what we've got lined up for us tomorrow. It's Friday the 31st of March, last day of the calendar month, and let's have a look at what we've got today. we've got 9 orders on Bricklink. I'm getting a little bit overexcited there. And this is 121 lots in total. We've got another order that's been placed using my £100 free shipping. They've got just over the line on the £100 to get the free shipping. They also had a voucher which they've used, which is fine, which means they're a returning customer. In fact, surprisingly, I sent an order out to them, I think just yesterday or the day before, I can't recall. Anyway, this continues to be a good month. In fact, this month is the best I can recall in a long time, beating even Christmas periods, etc. So it's been quite decent in terms of income this month. 2 more orders on Brickowl. Brickowl definitely seems to have slowed a little bit, I think. Bricklink's still going well, but Brickowl does seem to have tailed off a little bit. And then we've got 2 orders to get out on eBay. We'll get cracking. One thing I will just maybe show you guys is how this is affecting my inventory, or what I wanted to point out, I suppose, was that I am managing to maintain my 700,000 parts or so. So it does keep dipping under, but then I'm managing each day to add enough parts to get it back over the line. But what I am struggling more with is the lot count. You can see the blue line, how the lots are dipping off a little bit. As things go out. For me, white's been the predominant colour this month, so lots of white parts going out, which might seem unusual because of the Christmas period being over. You sort of anticipate that white sells well through the winter, but for whatever reason, I've been selling lots of white this month. So anyway, better go and get picking and get them orders done, and we can get on with something else. I'm just printing off orders, and we've got a nice little message from Jai here who says, "Hi Keith, hope you're well. Sorry for such a small order, but I was really happy when your store showed some of the items I need to finish my cafe corner build. Thanks for all your YouTube advice over the years. You've really helped me set up my own store and get to grips with selling on Bricklink. Kind regards, Jai." So great message. Thanks, Jai, for the order and for the kind words. Orders are now picked and ready to pack. So let's just have a quick look. eBay, we've got a couple of minifigs, a Black Spider-Man and a Miles Morales. We've got 2 of these garage doors going off to the US. And again, these surprise me because these are selling for £4.70 something each, and I think those are off one of the modulars, which is why they're as expensive as they are. Some parts going out there. I think that's from one of the Indiana Jones sets, I think, maybe. And other bits and bobs. Nice order here. I always like picking all of these different tiles and what have you, and animals and other printed bits and pieces. Always nice to pick. A couple of minifigs going out there, and then a much larger minifig order, all sorts in here, mostly superheroes and Star Wars related, and then a couple more orders over here. So gonna get these all packed, ready for the post office, and then I'm gonna find some more stuff to upload. I've got a few odd bags kicking around that need to be done. They're just getting in my way, so I might just get them done. Not sure whether I'm gonna go to the container or not today. If not, I'll try and get there over the weekend, but if I do, we'll show you what we bring back. I forgot I had these new parts put away in a drawer, and need to get these listed just to make space in the drawer. Already got them added to my brick store file, just need to do a count on each of them. I've got a few more parts as well that need to be sorted in there, and that'll free up 2 more drawers for me, which will be a good thing. And I'll get these done, and then we can move on to some used stuff. I've just received this screenshot from Ralph's Bricks, and I'm sure most of you know who Ralph is. If not, look up Ralph's Bricks on YouTube, and you'll find his vlogs similar to mine. And he's a great guy, and his vlogs are always entertaining and full of information. But he's really into all this artificial intelligence at the moment, and always dabbling in it. And that he sent me this because he asked the chatbot this question: what are the top 3 Lego sets for sale right now that has the best ROI on part out returns on Bricklink? And this is the answer that it gave them. That's a very specific question. I'm not an expert on Lego sets, but I can try to help you based on some web searches. According to Brick Arena, there are some factors to consider when choosing Lego sets to part out, such as the discount offered, the current sales value, the current availability, and the demand of the parts and minifigures. They also suggest using tools like Keeper and Bricklink to check the prices and part out values of the different sets. And then based on this criteria, it goes on to suggest some sets that might be of use. So I had a really good chuckle when Ralph shared this with me, to think that the artificial intelligence is referencing my blog articles to push out this information is just super funny and really interesting, actually. Last upload for this week is this file containing all of the new elements that I found in the drawer there. There's a few other bits and pieces being thrown in to the file at the end, with some pistols and swords, and then some more plates that came from the container. And all that gives us is 1,825 items in 51 lots for £129. Now, I have already set up my file for the upload on my database, so this is all priced and ready to go. So let's just get this exported and uploaded. So we've got it all selected. I'm going to click Control E and Control U to upload, or Command E and Command U actually, and then I'm going to paste this into this box here. Got all my settings that I normally use. Consolidate lots by using, so you want this checked on, and then it's going to consolidate based on setting the new price in accordance with the file that I'm uploading, which is this bit in the middle. It's going to use new remarks, and it's going to use a new return option. And then I'm going to click verify. And that's going to take me through, show me all of the parts that I'm going to be uploading, show me where I'm consolidating certain lots by this line here. And then all of the new lots will not have that consolidated line in there. And then get to the bottom and hit the upload file. And then I'm going to send out my notifications immediately. And if I just go up to my store, I can see immediately that's going to give me 17 new lots. But what I also want to do is just have a look at my store, see what the final numbers are, which has got me back over the 700 mark. Still well short on lots again though. And then I'm going to go and enter this into my database. So we've got 701,149 going in there, and for lots we've got 12,794. So that means we've got 17 lots going up, and I'm gonna hit my overview screen, refresh it, and then I can see what I've done for the month, which is 62,637 parts uploaded for the month, in a total lots of 2,251 for an inventory value of £4,321 that we've added to the store. And you can see this graph showing the various parts in red, lots in orange, and value in yellow down there. So useful information that I like to keep, and find it you know, really interesting to look back on.